Oh, well, you are hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So I want to say it's probably about midnight. But I thought I'd mention the new cardinal sin in my book. So maybe 2023, the new cardinal sin was not washing your hands, like basically being trifling. And some people might find that, oh, what? How is that a cardinal sin? How can you end up on the guillotine for not washing your hands? Because first of all, that's a health hazard. And if I'm trifling, and by my unsanitariness is making the whole world sick, that's why it's a cardinal sin. That's basically, that's homicide. If my wicked ways is making everyone sick because I decide or I choose to not use cleanliness for whatever reason, and then now there's health problems behind it, that's why that's a cardinal sin. But there's a new one right now in this moment, and that's called emotional instability. So basically my emotions are running the show. If I'm upset, I'm gonna let you know. If I feel whatever I'm feeling, if I act on it, and then now people are dead, or now I'm crying, or now I want the world to stop for me when I ain't shit either, that's the problem. There's so many emotional people right here in this moment, right here, right now, at a time such as this, to the point where it's diabolical at this point. Basically, up to this point, what I've seen men crying over other men. I've seen men and women crashing out on the children and their partners based off of emotions, mind you. This ain't because somebody did something. They're simply just emotions. I don't like what you said. I got rights. I feel. And men, women, and children, emotional. Why do you think there's so many school shootings? Why do you think there's so many robberies? Why do you think people are like crashing out emotional? I lost my job. Everybody want to cry and whine. Ain't nobody putting in the work, but you are crying and whining as grown-ass men and women to the point where the children are looking at you. Now, that's probably why they keep shooting up the schools. There's no hope. Where's mom and dad? Over there crying over spilled milk. Over there fighting each other because they're emotional. These people, and then this is what makes it more worse, is the emotional instability is so at an all-time high to the point where you can trigger me or you can upset me just simply based off of what somebody else said or what you said on TV. Mind you, anything that's on the news, that's called entertainment television. If I'm on the news, hi, weather's this, and they're just laughing and dicking around, that's to program you. They tell you how to feel on the news. That's why they give you certain stuff. Just like, what's the guy with the Charlotte Kite guy? Like I said, I don't know him, but I do know that his death and the story behind, like his before and after story, is controversial. Now, if I knew him, I'd probably be like, either crying, or rejoicing. And those are still emotionals. So my emotionals have me crying, oh my God, you killed my friend. Oh my God, I'm tore up. Now there's about to be a war, or I can rejoice. Oh my gosh, my rival was taken out. Yeah, it's a celebration. Off with his head, So it's like there's so many sick people out there that's ran strictly off of emotions. I feel that I should be this way. I feel that I should be a man in a dress. I feel I should be a woman going neck and neck with a man. And it's like, and if you literally open your eyes, look at the news, look at your neighbor, and look in the mirror, the world is effed up based off of emotions. I literally have to tell people, like, I get it. It's a part of the human anatomy. Okay, we have emotions based off of the endocrine system. It'll give out different chemicals, and okay, maybe I'm happy, maybe I'm sad, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that, maybe I'm hot, maybe I'm cold. Okay, which are natural feelings that come with the human body. Well, I say quote unquote because I don't want to lie and say that everybody's human, but this emotional problem that's going on, like you got people crashing out. They're crashing out based off their emotions. I just lost my job. My spouse just left me. My political party lost or won. Somebody got assassinated, and like I say, it's to the point now where it's literally like one more assassination from a civil war. There was videos of a guy literally crying with spit and snot flying there. They killed him. Use your words. And mind you, this is a grown pink man just crying, and they're blaming blacks. And I'm thinking, like, why are you blaming? Okay. there's so much to unpack with this, because based off of that Charlie Kirk assassination, that's like literally like the match needed to light the bomb of civil war. And again, it doesn't have to be a quote unquote black or a melanated person that harmed him. It's just the fact that if they see you rejoicing based off of their friend losing it, that's going to trigger them into saying, oh, now notice how they're crying because one of their friends died, but tables turned, they'll be laughing at your death too, like they always. And it's so weird because this just shows you how unstable we are. Again, if you trip and fall, I laugh at you and I think it's okay. But when it's time for me to trip and fall, you laugh at me. Oh, it's a war. And it's like, it don't work like that. That's why I say you need to take those emotions and throw them right over your shoulder. Because if you call yourself in a relationship, or even not in a damn relationship, somebody's emotions get in the way, do you know how dangerous that is? There's people who, and I don't even know why I even reference relationship, because it happens in relationships too, but just simple jealousy, or like if you got it going on and I don't, my emotions are going to tell me, okay, I have to get you out of the way because you're making me look bad. You're attacking me. Your success is attacking me. And I'm thinking like, this emotional stuff, like this cardinal sin is probably much more than just not washing your hands or washing the uncleanliness. Because I'm thinking like, that's way more dangerous than being trifling, because at least over time, okay, if I'm nasty, you get sick over time, you probably won't get taken out right away unless you're poisoned. But those emotions are instant. If I'm mad in this moment, that's why I shot up the school, or that's why I took out my whole entire family, because my emotions told me to. That's why I pushed you down the stairs, because jealousy gave me the gumption. And I'm thinking that's the problem. There's way too many on edge, high alert emotions going on with emotional unstable people in a world where they want to be justified. I should be able to rejoice at your fall or when you die, because that's how I feel. I feel I should be able to rejoice when you die, and which is perfectly fine if that's how you feel. But again, don't play the victim when it's time for you to fall and they laugh at you. You see what I'm saying? Because what goes around does come around. Again, if I'm clapping and I'm happy at your demise to where I'm throwing a party, don't play the victim, or don't get salty when they dance on your grave. You know, so it's one of those, it's just so weird because people are just, they don't understand that. They just like what they like, see what they see, and the world only evolves around them. Only my feelings are valid. And mind you, these feelings, there's about 1 billion feelings. Can you imagine billions of people with billions of different feelings, and they all want to be justified, or they all want the green light to say and feel what they want? And it's just like, that's the problem. You know, because neither party is innocent. Nobody's innocent on either side. The Charlie Kirk guy, his friends versus the ops, neither one of them are innocent. They both are guilty of being bloodthirsty vampires, to say the least. You love blood, you love mess, and you love chaos, and you love war. That's on both sides. You get one side that said that just the Trump supporters love war. No, they both love war. Red and blue loves war. That's called rivalry. You can be as peaceful as you want. You're still the ops, and vice versa. Yeah, that whole, oh, we're on the peaceful side, or we're the innocent Democrats. No, both parties are guilty of warmongery. Both parties are guilty. Okay, there is no I'm right and you're wrong, or I'm the victim and you are the villain. Both parties are guilty. Okay. If I can dance on your grave, I'm just as evil as you. And I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm evil, but I want to be able to get away with my evil while you take all the stripes. That's all this is. Demons, everybody's demons are coming out and they just want to roam freely. That's all this is. This ain't peaceful, because if it was, we'd all be trying to work things out. Okay, hey, settle down. Let's lower our emotions. Let's tone down the anger and the chaos, and let's talk about this, quote unquote. And who talks anymore? Don't nobody talk. They do shoot though. They do shoot. Yeah, so the new cardinal sin are these emotional instabilities. That's a lot more dangerous than any weapon that you can pull. Those emotions. You know how many people are 12 feet in the dirt behind somebody's emotions? I'm feeling some kind of way. Let me go do this and that. Like I said, that's literally the number one trigger of any type of attack. School shooting, store shooting, domestic shooting, whatever you want to slice it. It all boils down to emotions. Oh, I've had it up to here, or I just lost my job, or I just lost my family, or you looked at me the wrong way, or this is the last draw, and my emotions told me to snap. And that's what people are doing right now in this moment. They're snapping for big reasons, little reasons, a reason or not. You don't even need a reason. People just snap at. Hell, I'm bored. Let me go act a damn fool. So at a time such as this, where everyone's on edge and easily triggered, I would say, yeah, no. Especially if they're emotional. Like, there's people like, oh yeah, well, he said this and that, yeah, well, there's much more where that coming from. Like, people are so emotional, like, to where they're ready to dance on this guy's grave, but will play the victim. Now, mind you, the same people, mind you, if I'm rejoicing, I don't know the Charlie Kirk guy. I do not know him. Like I said, I don't do politics for this reason, because it's, you tell me when to be mad, or you tell me when to vote. To me, I don't operate like that. I go based off of what reality is telling me to do. If it makes sense to do this or to rejoice, it has to come naturally. Not because you told me to be mad, not because you told me to vote, not because you told me to go shoot up a school or something. I like for everything that I'm doing to come naturally. So if I'm naturally upset, it has to make sense. Okay, well, you stepped on my shoe or you offended me. Okay, that makes sense. Like I say, the emotions are there, but you have to know how to be responsible with those emotions. Just because I'm salty or just because I lost my job, that is not my green light to shoot up the school. I can't murder my boss because they told me I'm not. Just like, for instance, that lady at McDonald's, the one who said her boss was bullying her, talking trash, talking down on her, and she figured this is the last draw. You told me to go home. You already cut my hours. You've been talking trash. You got a whole lot of smack to say, and that's where she figured, you know what? Today is your day to get stabbed about 20 times. Based off of emotions. Now, if her emotion said, okay, you can be salty, and I'm not only that, I'm salty and I'm upset, but I'm going to tell you about yourself. Hell, she could have just even simply cussed her out, and then probably even filed a report, or maybe just wait to see fate to do that, because that happens too. Sometimes when you let go and let God, you get to witness the demise of other people, based off of someone else's hands or another entity's hands getting dirty, versus you have to crash out because you're having an emotional meltdown. And like I say, these people that are overlaid, that's why anybody, family, friends, husband, woe, foe, ho, whoever you are, if you get to be overly emotional with me, I'm like, okay, yeah, because that's dangerous. To me, that's worse than sending me threats. You crying and whining and, I feel, get away from those people, because that's dangerous. Because that means the next step is to take your ass out. I'm upset. This is your last draw. That's what I'm like, overly emotional man, woman, child, get the F away from me, because that's dangerous. That means anything else that goes to your head, tell you to be a little bit more upset, or a little bit more salty, or a little bit more jealous, and that's my ass. Get the fuck away from me. Get away from me. I literally have to tell everybody this. If you overly emotional, Mike, don't get me wrong, I got emotions too. I get salty too, but I know how to keep them in check. If it's the point where I'm salty to the point where now I'm ready to flip tables, I know how to get out the way, or at least go file a police report to at least cover my ass before I do something stupid. But I don't just act on, because I'm salty, now I gotta, no. That's called emotional instability. And if I'm emotionally unstable, I need to sit my dangerous ass down somewhere. It's not cute. Like I said, grown-ass men crying over other grown-ass men and women, that's not cute. I don't want my crying over, where are you? Who is that? Bitch, get away from me. Get away from me. Because death is very near. People that want to get emotional, jealous, salty, mad, sad, bad, whatever it is, that's very dangerous. Because those emotions, once it gets those chemicals rolling and the blood is boiling, there are no limits until there's blood everywhere, and then they want to come down to normal. Oh, I didn't mean it. I don't know. It was the devil. No, bitch. No. If you are guilty of being overly emotional or bitchy or pissy, you might want to go somewhere off in the corner, take an exorcist pill, and get well. Because literally what's going on right now, right here, right now in this world, are mainly based off of emotional instabilities. You got people literally ready for war, Oh, you took out my friend. Mind you, what makes it even more scary is these people do not know these guys. For all we know, Trump could be a stick figure. For all we know, the Charlie Kirk guy could be a stick figure. For all we know, Kamala, Obama, Biden, Hussein could be stick figures. Because that's what the news told me. I don't know these people. But based off of this picture that I seen on the news that told me to act a fool, I'm acting a fool because you took out my favorite president. Mind you, that could be a stick, that could be AI. And notice how much emotions we got behind this. Again, I don't know Charlie Kirk, but people who think they know him are very upset. I mean, sad, upset, ready for war, ready to cry, ready to die, ready to lie. And mind you, and unless you're his mom, dad, spouse, brother, or his, coworker or something, you don't know these people to be getting so emotional. Like I said, we are so emotional. We're like emotional vampires, and it's so sick because that's literally at this point, at a time such as this, with everybody losing everything, that's all we have right now are these unstable emotions, and that's so dangerous. I'm telling you, that's more dangerous than everybody being armed with anger issues. And that sounds bad, doesn't it? These unstable emotions coming from everybody, because that's all I got now is my emotions. All I got is how I feel. All I got, and I'm yelling. Do you know how unstable that is? I'm upset. You killed my friend. You stole the election. No. And then this is all I have is some unstable emotions. Man, we're in for a bumpy ride. And that's not counting the demons that are running. Y'all better get those nasty ass, unstable 1 billion emotions that's flying 1,000 miles a minute. You might want to get those under control. But there's going to be a lot bigger mess. Because again, all of it takes is my emotions. You don't have to step on my shoe for there to be a war, or civil war, really. Well, I guess it'll still boil down to a world war. But it doesn't take real incidents. All I have to do is take out your favorite rapper or your favorite politician that you do not know. You MFs on the ground, y'all don't know these people that are on TV. We're obsessed with Diddy. He could be a stick figure. You don't know him. Unless you're his mom, son, brother, foe, or hoe, you don't know him. Why are we so emotional and so invested in somebody or something or some stick figure on TV, on the news or the radio? Well, I'm obsessed with these people to the point where you tell me how to feel. You tell me when to act a fool. You tell me when to be nosy and be all in somebody else's business, while keeping mine in the Vatican of my closet. That's what I'm saying. That y'all got your priorities so effed up to the point where I'm so done with two-legged creatures calling themselves humans. It's just like y'all priorities. We're just so brain dead. Don't even see it. Worried about the wrong things. I'm not saying people don't really get hurt in situations like this. Yeah, you probably very well get hurt, but at the end of the day, I don't know you. I don't know you to be triggered and ready for war behind your death. I don't know you. I don't even know if this stuff is real. That's what I'm saying. So I just can't imagine. Hell, you take all of my favorite celebrities, I still can't get upset because for all I know, I don't know if that's real. I don't know. I don't know you as a real person. You could be a stick figure. I only know you from TV. And I understand this TV is telling me and programming and telling me to shut up or telling me to cry or telling me to be influenced by whatever I'm seeing. But at the end of the day, I do not know these people or these stick figures, or I don't know this programming or this spell that you're putting up. I still don't know. I don't know. Okay? So that's, to me, I just feel like there's way too much emotional instabilities. I don't know if there's something in the food. I don't know if there's something in the vaccines, whatever it is, but the men, women, and children are highly compromised. Highly compromised. Like I said, when I see men crying over other men, like crying, you hurt my feelings, bro. But then we'll kill a woman. That's called emotional instability. I'm just like, the stuff that I see is just sickening. Like, I'm like, oh, man, it's just sickening. It's very sickening. So I'm gonna get those unstable emotions. I don't know if you need to take a, I don't know what causes fluctuating emotions. I don't know if it's the hormone imbalance, or maybe the women needs an overdose of estrogen and the men need an overdose of testosterone so you can get back in your feminine and masculine energy. Men should not be crying over other men. Women should not be crying over men, and you just shouldn't be so stuck in your feelings. As grown ass men and women crying over spilled milk. And then you set the example to the children. They have no choice but to be emotional instabilities too. Because mom and dad ain't shit. They're crying over spilled milk. Now I gotta shoot up the school. Because mom turned off my video game. After yelling at me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, good googly. Y'all need to get well. Get well.